I'm Leslie. I'm a mom of 3 and a bunch of other things.
And I'm Candi. I'm a drag queen.
And we both like creating things, learning about stuff, and getting inspired by the world around us.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about getting my YouTubes tied.
La la Leslie
With Wendy Liebman, yeah.
and the drag queen, yeah. La 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 Leslie, and the drag queen.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I love your holiday wear, by the way. So cute.
Thank you.
So
It's
cute.
like a giant candy cane.
Yeah, it's and or you're like the if I sat on top of you, like it would be like you'd be like a present under the Christmas tree.
Why would you sit on me?
I'm kind of imagining you sitting on the floor, Indian style, and I just sort of like put my legs over your shoulders, like, and then I look like a Christmas tree, and you're the present. Y'all, I'm wearing a green dress.
Yes. Not only is Candi in all of her glory with the beautiful green holiday dress, I'm in my candy cane dress that may be about to be sat on. But later, in the show, we're going to be debuting our Christmas song / video.
Gosh, I can't wait.
I know. It's so exciting. And so you'll hear it if you're just listening to the podcast, and
Right.
that will be great. But if you want the full effect,
Yes.
get
up.
thee to YouTube.
Yeah, get thee to a YouTubery.
Tubery. That sounds vaguely medical.
Get your YouTubes tied at the YouTubery.
Yes. They can take care of that for you.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
sorry.
Candi, we have another guest. We've done it again. We have another celebrity guest.
However, did you convince them to come on the show?
I met this guest. Her name is Wendy Liebman, and she's an amazing, hilarious stand-up comic. Stand-up. I guess you just say stand-up. I never know if you say comic or comedian, because I think there's a whole thing with that.
I know Wendy Liebman. She's super funny. She
is so funny and so kind. And we met at the Irma Bombeck conference that you and I talked about in, what was that, episode 3 or 4? 3, I think.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So wait, is she here?
She is here, and she is wonderful. Let me tell you about her real quick before we let her in and have a chat. So Wendy grew up in New York, Long Island, Roslyn Heights, 110 Crescent Lane. She's very specific.
Oh.
She says her mother always said she was funny. Her lemonade stand had a 2-drink minimum. She started off studying psychology in college and was planning on becoming a therapist. But then in 1985, she took a class called How to Be a Stand-Up Comedian. And that changed everything. Aww. Since then, I know, right? Since then, Wendy's performed on Carson, Letterman, Leno, Fallon, Kimmel, Ferguson, and Hollywood Squares, at colleges and events, and in comedy clubs throughout North America and England. In 1997, Wendy received the honor of Best Female Stand-Up Comedian by the American Comedy Awards.
Oh, wow.
Right? She starred in specials for HBO Showtime, Comedy Central, and she was a semifinalist on America's Got Talent.
That's incredible.
Yes, she's a big freaking deal, and she is a delight.
She's a big freaking deal.
Deal.
Is that the end of the story? Is there anything else to say?
Well, we'll hear what else there is to say. Ooh. Welcome to Leslie and the Drag Queen, Wendy Liebman.
Hi.
You literally look like, how people have been doing the AI pictures of themselves. You look like one of your AI pictures.
Right?
That is so sweet. That is so sweet.
Oh my God.
And I have to say that I woke up like this right after I'd spent 5 hours doing my makeup. I just fell asleep for a second. And
Well,
hey, Minion, will you turn off the AC? I don't want to have shitty sound. We've got a
Right?
celebrity on the show.
I'm
I
having a
know.
really bad hair year.
I can identify, Wendy. I get it.
I get it too. And like whenever I'm having a bad hair day, I just take it off and just get another one. It's so easy.
This
It's
is,
so
But it's so funny that you said that I'm a celebrity because let's talk about that. I don't feel like one.
oh my
Oh,
God, Wendy, Lord.
if you've got
I mean, nobody recognizes me
No, I
at
know
Thanksgiving.
exactly who you are. I recognized you immediately.
No, I was on a plane once, and I was standing in the aisle when you were allowed to stand in the aisle
Right.
with the late great Kevin Meaney, bless him,
Oh,
and we started together. And I loved him so much, and we just happened to be on the plane together, and we were standing in the aisle waiting to use the restroom. And this woman comes out of the restroom and she looks at him and says, "Oh, Kevin Meaney, I love you." And then she looks at me and she goes, "Whatever happened to you?"
What?
And I'm like, "Well, I have to pee."
that's when
Well,
you need a minion to just be like, off with their head.
yeah.
Done.
I need,
Whatever
I
happened to
need,
you? What is a good response to that?
I'm here. I know a comedian who somebody wrote that they were like nothing anymore, whatever happened to them.
Right.
And the person called them up, called
Oh,
up the reporter and said, "Excuse me,
Hello.
I still
Whatever
live
hello."
happened
and
to
breathe.
you? Yeah. Are you still writing about like traffic accidents and stuff? Fuck you. What happened to you?
There you go, Leslie.
So, Candi, do you know how I met
I
Leslie?
have no idea. Do tell.
Yeah, we met at the Irma Bombeck Writers Workshop that I
Oh my
told you all about.
gosh.
Wendy, we did a whole deep dive episode on Irma where I schooled Candi on who she was and about all about the conference and everything. So yeah, Wendy leads this amazing first comedy, stand-up comedy boot camp, and then she does this stand-up comedy night for whoever wants to give it a shot. And it's wonderful. It's super supportive. It's like a nice break into stand up, I feel like. Don't you think, Wendy, where it's pretty safe?
Yes, I totally fell into it
Oh
too
yeah.
because it's just like I had done something. I was in Vegas on a show called Lipstick
Hmm.
I
and
like it.
with Caroline Ray.
Oh,
Yes, it was wonderful. And um, a reporter was there, Nancy Burke, and
oh yeah.
she's a phenomenal writer, and she's also a stand-up.
Really?
And
I didn't know she did stand up too.
she introduced me to the Irma Bombeck Writers Workshop. So I've been there like this. This is my third time in person. I did it once over Zoom, and I never taught stand up. Maybe once, like in the 80s, I taught one class. That's how I started stand up. I took a class.
Yeah.
So when they asked me if I wanted to teach the boot camp, I'm like, oh, I'll try. And each year it's gotten a little bit better. And right before I signed on here, I got a letter from Terry Risby, who is the president and coordinator of the whole conference. And she sent me like how people felt really comfortable
Yeah.
because everybody was so supportive.
Do you do the boot camp? Is that at the Irma Bombeck, or is that in?
Yeah,
Is that?
an hour and a half. It's not like 6 weeks or
Oh, okay.
anything. And one of the participants was like, afterwards, she said, "I thought you were gonna like make us do drills."
There's no burpees involved here or, drill sergeants yelling at you.
But what I did was I copied down like hundreds of jokes that other people have used on TV or mostly on that I've seen on TV or live from other comedians, and I gave each participant one of the cards. They actually could pick from a couple, and they got to tell a joke that I knew would get a laugh because I wanted them to hear that laughter from a stage. And people seem to like that. So that's the second time I did that little exercise.
That's so smart because that's the way to get you hooked. It's like once you get that little...
It's addictive, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Everybody at the workshop has the similarity of being a humor writer, but the people that took my class were those who wanted to then get up on stage and perform their own humor.
I want that. How do I take your
You
class?
You don't need that.
Right. You don't. You're past that.
I still want to take your class. That sounds like so much fun.
I'll send you the jokes.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. I'll use them. I'll put them to use.
So after you took that first class back in the day and got into stand-up, did you always stick with stand-up? Did you ever dabble in anything else? Like, I know some, I feel like there's sort of two schools, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like improv or stand-up or maybe, a little sketch comedy. I don't know how that fits in there. Have you always pretty much stuck with stand-up?
Yeah, I've tried improv. The first time I ever fell in love with stand-up, with comedy, was seeing an improv group in the 1970s in Cambridge, Massachusetts. They were called The Proposition.
Ooh.
And they blew my mind.
Yeah.
And apparently they were the first or one of the first.
Oh, really?
And then the Groundlings it blew my mind because even though maybe they had some conceits, it wasn't all improv. It seemed like it was all improv.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that I was 10 and I couldn't believe that people thought so quickly on their feet. Now, I've never been in that camp, but I've had to interact with the audience. And I feel like that was a learned skill just from doing it over the years. But that wasn't my first idea. My first concept was tell a joke that I had written, wait for the laugh.
Yeah.
And stick to the script. But I have found that the audience loves the most when you're in the moment, and the way that you can be in the moment is to interact with the audience because it's happening to them too. So they know it's not a script and that you're the funny person.
Right. Is that how have you ever had to deal with hecklers? Do you kind of work? I mean, I'm sure you have, but is that how you handle it, by just making it into a joke?
I've never had a heckler. No, I'm kidding. I've been doing this 38 years. So yes. But I don't think people have been mean-spirited to me. But one time in the late 90s, a woman in San Francisco early on in my set looked up and said at the stage and said, "I'm a comedian too." Oh, okay. She set the stage. I knew she was a comedian and she was laughing and sweet about it. And then a few minutes later, she goes, "I could have written a better punchline than that."
No.
And I was at a point where I either was going to cry and run off the stage because I hadn't experienced that, but somehow it came to me to say, "And where are you working tonight?"
Nice. Yes.
And then one other time in San Francisco, my sister was visiting me. She lives near San Francisco, but this was in Washington, D.C. A woman said, my joke, I get on stage and I say, "I haven't performed in a while. I took a year off to have a baby." And then people clap, and then I would say, "That didn't happen." And I said, "But I did eat for 2."
Yes.
Nice.
And a woman yells out, "Obviously."
Oh, shit. Wow. Okay.
Now, I've always been. Can I swear?
Of course
on
you
this?
can.
Please do.
I've always been so fucked up about eating and my body, but at that point, I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think I said to her, "Oh, what is your name, bitch?" I think I was nicer. I think I said, "Oh, and what is your name, bitch?"
Which makes it even funnier.
Oh yeah, I haven't had to deal with it too much.
It says so much more about the person that would yell that out. I mean,
Exactly. And you're like, you don't know what I looked like before. Like, how would you know? There's no frame of reference. Get out of here,
Exactly.
you rude person.
I think there's a comedian named Jessica Curzon. I love her so much. She's out of New York.
yeah.
I think when she gets heckled, she goes into it
Oh,
and
yeah.
is really nice about it and says, "You need some attention."
Yeah.
Don't
Right. Right.
Don't we all? Yes, we all do
Yeah.
need attention.
It really is.
But this is
It's true.
bitch.
Do you feel like
We didn't start yet, did we?
yeah, no? Don't worry about it. This is all in the DL. This is feel free to say anything. You know what? Since we're on the down low and no one is hearing this anyway, I wanted to get the down low on the America's Got Talent judges because I was watching some of your clips and I have my opinion, but I was curious about how that went for you because you friggin' killed it.
Well, during the audition, first they had to disclose that I knew Howie Mandel.
Okay.
I did this in
Oh.
2014, I think. I already knew him. So he couldn't vote on anything.
Oh, he had to recuse himself?
Yes.
Wow.
Howard Stern was on the show then, and he had to recuse himself for Rachel Butera, who is also a stand-up comedian, because she's done voices on his show a lot.
And wait, and did Howard Stern also have to recuse himself for you as well? No, okay.
No, I haven't.
So there were multiple recusals for different guests depending on who had biblical relations with that host.
No, I didn't know him like
Oh,
that.
not in the biblical sense. Just in a very professional sense.
He hired me to write on a show that he had one
so
summer.
you worked for him, which makes it okay. I get it.
I think the two female judges didn't get me at first.
Yeah.
But then during my first live performance, they all stood up.
Mhm.
And more than anything, that's what I appreciated about the experience was that I changed them.
Yeah.
Like they wanted to stand up. Yeah.
It's that much sweeter. I mean, it made sense. I was talking to my husband about it last night. I was, excited about the interview and telling him everything. And I was like, Heidi Klum and Mel B just didn't get it. Like you could just see they were like, especially Heidi. I'm saying this, not you, but it was just like, if it's not being pretty, I don't, I don't know. Well, I'm sorry, Candi. I know you love, and I love Heidi too, but she did not get it. And I thought it was funny because Howard Stern has such a reputation for being just scary and mean or whatever. And he was a total pussycat and he got it. So
I think in the end, Heidi told me I was pretty.
Oh,
so
that was her entry
to
point.
her, exactly. That's like,
right?
At least,
At
least you're not one of those ugly comedians. Because really, we can't do that.
Oh my God, I gotta see that ring. Oh my God, is that the blue diamond?
Oh, this yes. It's the baseball diamond. I stole it from the Muppets. And no, this is how I communicate with the mothership, guys. This is how I get back to outer space where I come from. I did this bit, and I don't do bits. I don't write comedy, but I just start talking at my shows, and
you
sometimes it goes somewhere. But I was doing this bit about how Jesus was half alien, and how Mary thought that she had the Immaculate Conception because she was told that by the angel who was actually an alien. And the truth was, Mary and that alien had been fucking for weeks. And then he just did one of those Men in Black like boop things on her, like probably in a moment of like, Mary, this has been a really special time with you, and I want you to know that this relationship means so much. And so I want to do this special custom that we do on my planet. And if you can just look here into this microphone for 3, 2, 1, and Mary, be not afraid. I am an angel of the Lord. You have been impregnated by the Lord. You're welcome.
What
See
a
ya.
dick move. What a dick move on his
I
part.
know, but it does kind of make you want to get your hands on one of those things because.
No, but I'm clapping at your performance.
Right.
It's wonderful. I want to see your show.
Well, I want you to come see my show. Aren't you coming to Honolulu?
I'm coming. Yes, I am. I'm coming to Maui and Oahu.
Well,
And I've just figured it all out
that's
where I
wonderful. And you're coming with Mr. Bill, aren't you? I mean, not Mr. Bill from Saturday Night Live. Oh no, but
opening for Bill Maher, and so is Jeffrey Ross, who does a lot of the roasts. He's
Awesome.
the roast man.
I love that guy.
And we're there 2 nights, 1 night in Maui, 1 night in Oahu.
Fantastic.
I just figured out the islands.
Yeah, I'm on Oahu.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Oahu, I've read this, is the 3rd largest island, but the most populated.
Correct.
There are like 1 million people.
Yes.
On Oahu and like 20,000 on Maui.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
I know.
I know nothing about it. I've never been there.
It gets country once you get off this island. And this is the only city-fied island, really.
I've been to Kauai.
Oh,
I love Kauai.
I haven't been there yet.
It's really serene.
It's the Garden Isle, right? Like that's supposed to be the most lush and beautiful, which is probably why I haven't gone. I'm just like.
So where do you perform in Honolulu?
Well, there's a bar here called Hula's Bar and Lay Stand that has been here for nearly 50 years, which is amazing for a gay bar. And I do a monthly show there called Mimosas and Marys, and that I do my monologue for, and I sing, I write like parody songs, and I do a couple of original songs too, original numbers about things like cats or
cat, more
Bubbles.
cats.
Bubbles. I wrote a song about Bubbles.
And you wrote our original holiday song that actually we can't spoil it yet. That was a kind of thing that we promised in the last episode.
Yes, and we collaborated on it. I did perhaps spearhead the project a little bit, but it's a full on.
How do you know each other?
Oh.
I'm interviewing you now.
I know.
How did you?
I like it.
Do you want to say this or should I?
Go for it.
She was in show choir with my host body.
Yep.
I love that.
Back in high school.
Mm-hmm. In high school?
Yes,
in
we
Texas.
went to high school. We were in high school together in small town North Texas. So
and you were in the choir together.
Yes, we were.
We were the dorks.
We weren't the only dorks, but we were dorks.
We ate lunch in the choir room.
In the choir room every day. I mean, God, what a relief!
Like Glee,
just like it.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out the makeup. I want to show you. I did a bunch of my AIs.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Yours looked great.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if Candi saw them.
I haven't seen them.
Oh, I don't know.
That's gorgeous.
That's my favorite one.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That one.
I look 30. And then I showed this one to the woman who cuts my hair. I don't need to waste your time.
You're not wasting our time.
There are all sorts of ones in metal and with buns on the top of my head, like I'm And then they made me very, very busty.
Oh, me too.
That's always good.
Oh my gosh. I'm so busty and mine, like, it is gargantuan.
So this is me
Oh,
with short
hello.
hair.
I like that.
And I think I've been thinking about cutting my hair, and I'm like, am I really going to base a decision on an AI?
I mean, there are worse things you could base a decision on.
Right?
I mean, at least like you're getting a somewhat realistic view of what you might look like with this hairdo. But honestly,
Right.
Wendy, I love your hair. I think your hair,
You do?
yeah,
Me too.
it's got so much movement,
No.
and it's not
Okay.
easy to get it that
So
long.
I have something called hairorexia. I made that up. But I think my hair is short.
Wait.
Because it was this short my whole life.
You know, that's how Rapunzel got started. So you need to seek help soon. You know, I was like, hairorexia. Is that like you're not eating enough hair on a?
No, it's not enough. It's just like, but it's like hair dysmorphia.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
There we go. There goes mine.
So did you get dressed for this, or do you have a show?
You shaved your pits for this? I did, Wendy. Just for you. Just for you.
So
just for you. I shaved my pits and my tits. And not only that, but I went the extra mile. I'm just going to show you. I'm wearing the bottom half too. Like I have a whole body.
What? I mean,
oh my God,
you're cool. She is Dolly Parton, Marilyn Monroeing it up over here.
Now, have you been on RuPaul yet?
No, I have not. I auditioned a few times, but I'm kind of lazy, and I'm also like I'm such a. I just want to do what I want to do. I just want to make things, and like making that audition video is it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I'm like, I could spend all that time just making the videos that I want to make. And I mean, it would be so cool to be on that show, but I don't know.
It seems grueling.
I mean, it's like, and it's, I don't know. I feel like there's a place for me and a doorway. Yeah. And it's just opening up. It's like a vagina in space and time. And I'm going to line up with that vagina and step right through it into my next reality.
I believe it.
That's called
from your lips.
From your lips.
A friend of mine is in a Spotify commercial right now.
Wait, what?
Playing a drag. He's in a Spotify commercial right now playing a drag queen.
But he's not a drag queen?
Well, I guess he is. I mean, I hadn't seen him in drag.
Right.
He's my dog sitter.
Oh. I mean, do you think it's possible maybe he had a whole career and you just didn't know about it?
I don't think so. No, he's an actor.
Oh, so he's just he's like drag queen can do.
He's my dog sitter, and we got to know each other after he went through my stuff when I wasn't here once.
What?
He got to know a lot about you.
Wait, how did you find out?
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh my God.
We really did become friends. And I said one day that I wanted to take him out for lunch. And I said, where do you want to go? And he said, Red Lobster. Now, I've never been to Red Lobster. Have you?
Oh yeah. We're from Texas. It was like the fancy restaurant in town.
It was fucking great.
Right?
I mean,
I don't eat lobster, but I had the salmon.
And those cheddar biscuits?
That's what I was going to say. Anywhere that's giving you cheddar biscuits, I'm all about it.
No, but I wasn't doing carbs that day.
Oh.
So I didn't get this. I know, but I brought some home for my husband. But at first I said, okay, I'm going. We're going to go to Red Lobster for the parking. It's so much parking. And we went early. And the guy was training. So we had 2 waiters. The food was phenomenal. Not cheap. I thought Red Lobster was going to be like fast food lobster, but
Oh
it wasn't.
no.
They're not messing around, Wendy.
No, it's like Olive Garden and Red Lobster. They're like the same it's like the Gap and American Apparel. I don't know what it is, but they're comparable.
And Panda Express.
Oh, exactly. I think Panda Express is maybe a step down.
I've been to Olive Garden unironically.
Oh, I mean,
Once.
as have
In
I.
Miami.
As have I.
Oh, my kids love
Miami.
That was the other fancy restaurant in Wichita Falls.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, those were our 2. And when we got them, the lines are on the block to get in. That was where we went before prom and everything. That was it.
Yeah, that was.
We went to Howard Johnson's.
So
We didn't have that.
Howard Johnson's it was like always the orange roof.
The Hojo.
And are you vaping?
Oh, I forgot it was on a
Candy.
video.
Control yourself, Candi.
I'm okay with that. I just thought you were already tripping.
That's just her.
You're tripping too. I got news for you. We dosed you.
I had 45 minutes of sleep last night. I'm not like complaining.
I'm really just a mop. I'm just a mop that someone's moving around in front of the microphone.
I love it. Where did you find her?
Why? So why did you get 45 minutes of sleep?
Yeah,
or was that
what happened?
I really did get 45 minutes of sleep. And then I slept a couple of hours this morning, but I couldn't fall asleep. And I wasn't anxious about anything. I wasn't worried about anything. I was watching a show on the National Geographic channel called, it was all about insomnia. And that's a joke. That's part of it. I was watching an Australian sitcom, or not a sitcom like 4 cameras, of 1 camera show called The Heart Guy.
Oh.
And if either of you could do the Australian accent, I would really love that.
Candi, this is you. I'm not touching that.
Oh my God. How do you do the Australian accent?
I don't know.
It's like
Something
Australian. Australian.
Exactly it.
And like what?
I don't know, because I just look at Chris Hemsworth and I try to listen to imitate it, and I get lost.
Well, that's because you're using Chris Hemsworth. You should do someone like that guy who plays Jamie. Do you know?
Oh, everyone's talking about Jamie?
Yes.
I saw that here in LA.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
So good.
I love that. And then I saw Dear Evan Hansen, and then I saw Jagged Little Pill, and I'm like, each of these is about like kids, high school kids struggling with shit and finding solace. And
wait, what's Jagged Little Pill?
Jagged Little Pill is like a jukebox musical based on Alanis Morissette's music with a few new songs.
But it's a musical?
Yeah, it was a big hit.
It was so good that I had to go back bring my husband that next time.
Oh my gosh.
I was moved. I was really moved. The singing was phenomenal. Like when somebody can sing Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
And I love those songs.
I know.
That was a great album.
Oh yeah.
And like this one woman she sang Hand in My Pocket, but also the other big one, You Ought to Know.
Yeah.
You know, the one where she go down on me in the theater. And this woman sings it in the middle of the show and gets a standing ovation. I've never seen that.
Wow. No.
She just rocked it. Wow.
And it didn't happen both times. And it was the same performer. It was just like
incredible.
Did you know that song You Ought to Know is supposedly about Dave Coulier from Full House?
I did know that.
I Like, what?
That just burst the bubble.
I mean, I don't know. Like Dave Coulier at a certain point in time, I did
I
it.
don't know.
Or
You're just thinking it's a bad boy.
Right.
Like when you hear the song.
Like John
You're just thinking,
Stamos, sure, of course. Let's
You
go
know,
with that. Dave Coulier, like,
but it,
I met him once. He was very nice.
right.
sure. But he was
Yeah.
a dick in real, apparently, according to the song.
But would you go down
Well,
on
she
him
went down on
in
him
a theater?
He got entitled after that.
Oh my god. Just imagine if like that is your like that's your sound bite for like your whole life. Because that is probably the most famous. It's like go down on your in a theater. Like that moment. Either that one or just yeah. Like
Right.
like you're having like you're retching or having a Tourette's attack. That's your soundbite for all eternity. And you know,
guy.
honestly, when I die, my soundbite's probably going to be "Suck a Bag of Dicks" because that's like one of my songs,
one of
and
our songs.
I do it at every show, and it's to the tune of "Putting on the Ritz." So. Suck a bag of dicks. Dun, 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 dee, 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 dee.
That will fit so nicely on your tombstone.
It really will. I mean, it's not too long.
No.
And people can leave bags of dicks in memorandum.
Yes. I want my tombstone to say "finally skinny enough." my husband won't let me do that, so I think I'm just gonna write "I yield back."
I yield back.
Yeah. My husband wants his to be in the ground, and he wants it to say, "I'm looking up your skirt."
Yes.
Oh my God. My husband and I did our wills a few years ago, like just to make sure everything was taken care of. And, you know, I think it was at the beginning of the pandemic when it was so scary and you didn't know what was going to happen. It was like, let's get all our shit lined up. And we could not have been more different with how we wanted everything done. He was like, I could give a shit what you do with my body. I don't care where you bury me. Just like throw me out back with the trash. I don't care. I'm not going to be here. And I'm like, I would like this and this. And if your asses are not sad enough or have the appropriate tributes, I will come back and haunt you. It was just, they better be sad.
Yeah, I watched 6 Feet Under. I don't know if you remember that.
Best show ever.
It was so great. So Lily Taylor just wanted her body in a wooden casket and to be buried like somewhere, like a park.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Like I want everybody to laugh and have a good time, have a party.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody to have a party. You know they're going to play this when I die.
We're going to make sure of it.
Yeah. It's going to have some sentimental music over the top. And you're like, I want everybody to have a party. And then it'll like cut in a little closer. Yeah, just have a good time and laugh and have a party. And everyone's going to be like,
It'll be on a loop.
And that's what
I'm
you
going
want.
to do a playlist.
Yeah, I got the playlist.
I'm going to write my funeral after our podcast. I'm going to go write my funeral.
That's a great idea.
I can't write a novel, but I could.
You got to start small. You start with an hour.
Write a funeral.
Yeah.
A funeral becomes a chapter.
I did write. I'm sorry, I missed.
No,
that.
I said a funeral becomes a chapter, and then you just build from there.
I did write. I married my niece and her fiance about a year and a half ago. And it was, as I said, I performed all these years. It was the biggest honor of my life was marrying them. I had to go online and get accredited. But this is how you do it. Ding. You're
done.
You're official.
Oh,
and
that's the whole process.
You can get a card. Yeah, you can pay and get like some forms and make it look more official, but basically anybody can do it.
So you don't even have to pay for that basic level? Like, wow. I didn't know that.
I did because I felt like I should. I got like the folder. I didn't get the parking pass. There was like a person who asked for clergy, and I'm like, you know what? I would feel
I'm going to draw the
serious,
line here. So, guys,
right?
Wendy is
Oh,
available to officiate your ceremony for the right
Yep.
price.
I don't think I would do it again
Really?
unless, well, I haven't put it out there.
But what if it was like a
Um,
stand-up gig where you basically like you come out, you do like a little gig about marriage, and then you marry them, and then you tell a couple more jokes, and then you're like, okay, kiss each other, you two crazy kids, get out of here.
well, I could do that, but I took it so freaking seriously because it's my niece. I held her when she was a baby. It really was important to me, and
Oh,
I like spent 3 months writing it, and I
wow.
quoted all these musicians, and it was at a vineyard, and so I ended with something really corny, like the definition of a vine is that it needs something beside it in order to climb.
Oh,
I was like, oh, when I read that definition, I was like, okay, that's it.
Yes. So it was serious. You went serious.
I went real. I mean, I made a few jokes, like our friends are here, and then a few strangers that we met on 23andMe. But you were here from 23andMe.
oh my God.
But no, it was a year and a half ago, so they're still together.
So it worked. You did a good job. It took.
You know, you have an hour. You have a year to get a person a wedding present,
That's
Wait,
right.
and I think it's because just in case it doesn't take.
wait,
I like
wait.
it. Emily Post was
I've
thinking this
never
through.
heard that. You have a year to get them the present. You don't have to take a present to the wedding.
Etiquette wise, you got a year.
Wow. But like if I wait a year, it's probably going to fall through the cracks. If I don't take care of it that afternoon, it's probably going to fall through the cracks.
But that's why you wait. Like, if this is a couple that's kind of on the fence,
Oh,
you're
you're
not real
like,
sure if
I've
this
got
is going to.
questions about this whole thing in
Right.
general.
Then you
So
just like,
let's
oh,
just
I
hold
forgot
off on
it's
the present.
coming. Mm-hmm.
You said something about Emily Post. So I did a benefit once, and one of the other presenters, it was for a mental health organization. This other presenter was Dear Abby.
Wow. Abigail Van
he
Like
Buren?
really her?
Well, it's her daughter. It's her daughter, Jeannie
Amazing.
Phillips. We became friends, and she came to my monthly show. I did a monthly show called Locally Grown Comedy for like 6 years, and then the pandemic. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I dreamt once that I said to Jeannie, Dear Abby, how do I get out of a timeshare? And in the dream, she goes, you're shit out of luck.
Your brain came up with this joke in your dreams. I love it.
I love how you dream in bits.
Candy, what are you doing?
I
She's
needed
getting
another
another.
soda.
She's baking a cake.
I've got needs. I'm a woman and I have
You have needs.
needs. I have needs for
We get it.
seltzer, whatever's
Oh, well,
in
I drink the
this.
same seltzer.
Oh, do you? From Safeway?
Yes.
Safeway seltzer for when you want nothing but bubbles.
You just got our first sponsor. I like it.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Sponsored by Safeway.
It's going to be Safeway and butt plugs, so we're on it.
Safeway and butt plugs, and we are going to make some money off this goddamn podcast.
Well, this is how I got on your podcast. So I was hearing about it, and I was like, oh, I want to do that.
From our butt plug
Right?
ad, right?
No. I was talking to Leslie about your podcast, and I was like, I want to do that. And I have found that in life, that's how you do things.
Exactly.
You put
100%.
you say you want to, right? You say you want to.
Yes. It is so true. I'm still learning that lesson.
If you don't say that out loud to someone other than yourself, how's it ever going to happen? How's anyone going to know? How's anyone going to know
So
that?
I learned that lesson.
Yeah.
I learned that from, I once did a car convention. My life is really all over the place, but I performed at a car convention with not Loggins and Messina, but Messina.
Okay.
And and it was the women's gymnastics Olympic team. They were like 4'6".
Yeah.
They were teeny
They're tiny.
and so amazing. And then Evil Knievel, I can't get that out. Evil Knievel rode his motorcycle across the street. I think he was drunk, and they had to scream him up. But anyway, Dr. Joyce Brothers, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Joyce Brothers had something to do on that show too. And afterwards, she said, "If you ever want me to play your mother or an aunt or a therapist in something, let me know." And I thought, wow, that's like chutzpah,
Yeah,
or
right?
something unique or odd. And then I thought, that's how it's done.
Exactly.
That's right.
If you don't ask, yeah.
I think especially for a woman, like that is just so not how so many of us were raised. I think it's changing for sure. But the best contacts that I've made have been just like through that. Like at a conference a few years ago, I was talking to some people from Jim Henson Company, and I was so intimidated and like I didn't know what to say, but I thought at the time I was doing early childhood consultant work. I'm a former early childhood teacher. And I was like, I could do something for them. And I just said, I'm sure you have people, but if you ever need a consultant, turns out it was their head of TV. And she's like, oh my God, here's my card. Please, like email me. We need people. And I was like,
Oh,
it was just such a great lesson for me, because I was always told the exact opposite of like, just be really good at what you do and sit back and people will
Right.
find you. And that's not true. It's just not.
No.
not true. Did you meet Monica Piper a couple of years ago?
I didn't talk to her, but yeah, I was at the conference with her.
Oh, yeah, she ran the Rugrats.
Right.
That's not Henson, but it's Nickelodeon.
Huge.
Oh.
So my mother is an actress, and I was raised by her understudy. Leslie's already heard these jokes.
I hadn't heard that one. I like it.
She's not really an actress. She ran a preschool
Oh, okay.
for 18 or 20 years. And now she's still an early childhood consultant like you.
Oh, how funny.
I know. I don't know how much she works anymore. She's 87, but she still does Pilates. I did Pilates once, and I only did one. So I guess I did Pilates.
That was enough. God.
One Pilates is enough. I'm going, guys.
Yeah, forget it.
I'll see you at brunch.
Yeah. All right. Look, I hate to do this. I'm going to be the taskmaster so that we can be respectful of Wendy's time, but we got to jump into the lightning round.
Time flew.
I know,
Didn't it
right?
fly?
It's already been, I'm looking at my clock here. It's been 47 minutes. But yeah,
Wow.
let's jump into this lightning round. And Candi, do you just want to tag team back and forth with our questions?
I don't even have the document. Wait.
Girl.
No,
Hang on.
Wait, is it in the email?
I'll put it.
You didn't get
I'll put it in the chat.
Oh
Here we
no,
go.
I see it. I see it now. Lightning round.
You got
oh
it.
my God. So
Good.
sorry. It's just I'm not
really fast.
No, you do not have to be fast. We always get sidetracked every time. It's more of a note for us.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna try. But yeah, if you want to take your time, it's okay.
Who's going first? Who's on first?
I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
All right, Wendy, what makes you smile?
This is going to sound so corny, but my family.
Oh,
Totally.
Seeing my family and my dogs.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
And one guy named Fred.
He's the only one. The only one. Okay, so who do you sometimes compare yourself to?
So Bruce Springsteen. And let me tell you why.
Obvious choice.
Because people say to me, are you still doing the same act, the same jokes that you've done since 1985? And I'm like, well, Bruce Springsteen still sings Born to Run.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
If it's a hit,
That's-
we keep it in rotation.
Mm-hmm.
It's evergreen.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not talking about like Dan Quayle anymore, but
But why not? Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
at the beginning, I sang a song of parody at the end of my set to the tune of "My Name Is Luca" by Suzanne Vega,
Yeah.
and it was the whales were stuck under the ice in somewhere, and I sang "My Name Is Orca,"
Oh.
and there was a Dan Quayle reference, and I can't look at this part out. I can't look at that. Don't let them know that at my funeral.
No, we'll keep that out.
Yeah.
Okay. What life lesson did you learn the hard way?
So we already touched on this a little bit, but the life lesson I learned was that I don't look good in short hair. And somebody asked me, I know this is like a superficial life lesson. I've learned trust me, I'm lessened. I'm schooled. But I had this guy once do a podcast with me, and he was very friendly, and he was like, "Why did you have short hair?" And I said, "I guess I didn't have any friends." All right,
Next.
What is the most desirable trait a person can possess?
They can be kind. I feel like this year I'm going to be I think I'm a nice person, but I'm going to be that much nicer because I think I have to be the change I want to see at this point. And that just means I need to be a little softer. My inner nerd and goddess need to come
Ooh,
out.
yes.
More. What was the question?
You got so zen.
I know. I love that.
Cross-legged.
When you figure out how, let me know. I have the same goal and no idea how to get there.
I think when people are nice, the other thing is when people listen.
Yeah.
And remember, it's not only listen, like I have one friend who hears me, but then doesn't remind, like I like my friends' memories. Like that's one of the reasons we're friends is because we had shared moments together. And we remember each other from those times. And so I appreciate kindness and when people hear what I said.
Absolutely.
Not you guys.
We're hearing you.
You don't have to.
We're picking up what you're putting down.
Yes. All right. What is a bad habit you're trying to break?
A bad habit that I am trying to break is to not eat a family-sized box of Cheez-Its every night before I go to sleep.
Oh.
Cheez-Its are so good.
I mean, it started during the pandemic, and I beg my husband not to buy them, but he buys them because he knows later on I'm going to be jonesing for them.
Cheez-Its.
So it's not a terrible habit, but it's not a healthy habit.
I mean, there could be worse ones.
I know. I've given up I haven't really needed to. I gave up cigarettes.
Oh, good.
Like
that's huge.
Like in my 30s.
Wonderful.
Because this woman was like, your cigarette, it's bothering me. And I thought, well, obviously I don't care about me. Why would I care about her? Like, that's what I
That's deep.
And I know, right? And but like I would wake up every morning and my lungs would crack.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to take care of myself a little more. Gosh. I don't know why I went like that.
You're taking care
of myself.
What is the best present you've ever received?
You gave me these questions beforehand and I couldn't think of the best one. I've gotten like things like computers and like things.
Right.
But I prefer giving things. Partly because, I'm 61. I can't keep everything. I have to start giving it away.
Wait, you're 61? Oh
I
my God,
am.
you look
I'm
great.
61 now, when guys look at my boobs, I'm like, honey, they're down there.
I don't know why you're staring at my chest. My tits are way down there.
And saying that, Candy. Um, I I regift as well. I'll always tell the person that this is a regift. And then one time I gave my friend some honey that somebody had gifted me because
Ooh.
I don't eat honey. She goes, I gave that to you.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, then you're
Oopsies.
probably gonna
But,
love it.
That's
but one time yeah, right. One time I gave my husband a cello and he doesn't play the cello. So, like, I loved that one because he always wanted to learn how to play the cello. And so I thought I bought him one. So I had to go to somebody's, I found it on Craigslist. And I had to go to somebody's house, and I didn't want to tell anybody where I was going because
Right.
I didn't want them to know. And I like walked through these woods, and it turned out to be fine. But you go, I don't
this
know
is
if I'm going
it.
to get
Right.
a cello or a beheading.
Did you bet?
And did he learn how to play it?
No, because the strings broke as soon as I got it home.
Oh,
But here's the
Well,
this
shit.
is so interesting. I had to get it into the house and put it somewhere that he wouldn't know, and I was then going away for a week. So I put it in our closet and I put like towels and robes over it.
what?
He didn't even know that anything was there.
You could be hiding a dead body in there, and he'd be like, "No, I'm good."
That's amazing. That's.
I know.
I don't think I could get away with that with my husband. He's digging through stuff.
You would know.
He's digging
Yeah.
through closets and drawers and our checking account records.
Oh, the nerve.
I know.
Well, my husband has the broad strokes down.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And now he has a cello. That pretty. Like people go, who plays the cello? I go, conversation piece.
You're like, do you play
We
the
all play
cello?
the piano. No, we all. Yeah, do you play the cello? Yeah, most people ask me when they see it in a picture, who plays the cello? And usually they play the cello.
Ah. All right, next one. If you could only have 3 things on your life bucket list, what would they be?
I want to write a novel, which I started writing since Irma, actually.
Ooh.
And I'm really excited about it. I've been writing it for 35 years.
Fiction?
What?
And, yeah, fiction. And I took a class with Julie Schumacher,
Mm.
and it totally turned my thinking about it. And I'm really excited about it. So I started
can't
writing
wait.
that. I read a novel. I want to go to Europe
Yes.
again. I've been there twice, but not since I was 18.
Okay.
I'm 62. No, I'm 61. And then, yeah, I want to go to Paris and I want to go to Italy.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
Florence.
The whole thing.
And then my third thing is I would love, this is never going to happen because my husband grew up in California and we're staying here, but I would love to buy something in Montauk, New York, which is at the very tip of Long Island. It's near the Hamptons. It's past the Hamptons. So it's like down. Are you giving me the finger?
No,
It's down.
She's keeping count.
that's like this.
Right. Because I spent some time there when I was young as a maid in a hotel, and I just want to go back. And
I mean,
I love.
we
I
could
love
probably
the
make that
beach.
I
happen.
love it. We're just barely scratching the surface with her. She's like, and then I was a maid, and then I was with Evil Knievel at the
know,
show, and he
right?
was drunk. Like,
Oh my God, I'll have to come
we gotta have a
back.
part 2 for sure. All right, Candi, hit her up with the next one.
Oh shit. Let's see. It is what if you could what is your favorite karaoke song?
Oh, 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 Ozempic. No, it's you and I must make
Oh,
the
yeah.
bond we must bring Oh no, that's not even it. Hold on. No, that's it.
We
I'll be.
must bring salvation.
I'll be
back.
there.
So I did sing that in Washington. Actually, I was at a gig doing stand up. I'm so sorry about my dog.
He's excited about the singing. He's ready
Yeah.
to join the karaoke.
I got so nervous singing karaoke in a way that I hadn't felt since I started doing stand up.
Wow.
Like I was transported back. I even used like not my own name.
Carrie,
I said I somebody else, and there were only 5 people. By the end, people are like with their cameras. It was really fun, and they were all singing. So yeah, that's why. What are your songs?
Candi, what's yours?
My go-to karaoke song? Well, you know me. I always sing the Little Mermaid song or like Suddenly Seymour if I've got a guy to duet with me.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one. That's a good one for you.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
my drag daughter who's here, Tara, we're working up for the show where she's going to get born, you know. And we're doing a parody of Suddenly Seymour where it's basically she's singing Tara and Candi and I'm singing Candi and Tara. And so it's kind of like we're fighting for the spotlight.
Nice. That'll be great.
Love it.
I like Patsy Cline personally. That's my I get too nervous though. Like when you were talking about going back to the beginning of stand-up days, that nervous feeling that I get that every time I do karaoke. I don't like to do it. I take it too seriously. But when I do, to me it's different because you can take it seriously. And of course they want you to take it seriously there, but in a bar full of people, like you're just supposed to kind of half-ass it. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So
Birds gotta fly.
oh yeah.
Well, I'm just singing the commercials. 187. Do they have that song in Hawaii?
No,
Candi?
but I am well versed.
Okay.
I didn't always live in Hawaii.
Okay.
Is this me? No, that's you, Candi.
What? Here we go. What flavor of ice cream best represents you? Serious stuff.
So, Baskin Robbins, when I was growing up, they had bubblegum ice cream with little pieces of bubblegum in the ice cream. And to me, that was always like the best thing ever because I got ice cream and gum.
It's such a little kid thing.
So I would say bubblegum.
They still have that flavor. My kids get it sometimes. Yes, and I want to throw up every time. But
oh my God, choke on the piece. It's very.
And I'm just like, and just bubblegum flavor feels like something that you shouldn't swallow. Like there's something inherent in it that's like, don't swallow that. Chew it. Suck on.
Okay.
Okay.
They tell you when you eat it that it takes 7 years to digest.
Yeah. It's not true. I poop it out all the time.
All right. Wendy, who would you choose to narrate your life?
All my dreams are I didn't have any last night, but all my dreams are narrated by either Morgan Freeman, James Spader, Jeff Bridges, or the nanny. But honestly, like I read this question, I thought I would like to narrate my life.
Hell yeah.
As well you should. Okay. Are we on the final question? Here.
We are.
Final question. Describe the plot of your favorite movie using only 4 words.
Couldn't think of one.
Wait, let me think. Which one is that?
I like so many different movies over the year. I can't pick one.
Well, you just gotta pick one and then do the math.
All right.
The word math.
Candi's a stickler. She's like,
I'm like, God damn it, we are getting these 4 words. or we're not letting you out of this chat room.
That's right.
I was going to try to make a joke about Schindler's List, but I'm not. I think
I think
Halle Berry. Oh, it has to be the plot.
It can be
That's okay.
whatever. It can be whatever. 4
We'll
words.
give you some wiggle room. We'll allow it.
2 women get rich.
Oh.
2 women get
I gave you a clue.
something with Halle Berry.
Oh, Baps. Yay! I love that movie.
I love that movie. People are like, you don't really love that movie, do you? I go, I really
love that movie. I'm going to watch it this weekend. Like, just because you
I
brought
don't
it
think
up.
I know that.
It is.
I also really love Elf.
It is.
Oh,
yeah, of
like,
course. But Baps,
yeah, especially
Baps is a deep dive. It's I don't know if it's like one of those that Halle Berry leads with when she's like giving her canon of starring roles.
That's not going to be the thing they remember about.
I mean, maybe not, but those hairstyles are pretty unforgettable.
Now she can sport a short haircut.
Absolutely.
I just have to tell Candi this, that sometimes I like to dress in women's clothes.
Oh, weird.
Totally subversive.
Well, I want you to know, Wendy, it's a safe space here, and we don't judge you for that twisted desire. And we'll support you even if you continue to wear women's clothing.
My inner nerd and inner Aphrodite have to come out this year.
Oh, I 100% support that.
Okay, that's my goal.
Well, let's get you over here when you're in Honolulu, and I'll draw some winged eyeliner on you. We'll have a session.
Okay,
sesh, and I'll just watch here from Texas.
Yeah, we'll FaceTime you.
Wendy, thank you so much for coming on. This was a blast.
I've had so much fun. I have to follow you. I already follow you, Leslie. I have to follow you, Candi.
Oh, yes, please follow me.
Media.
You will follow me. Follow me. Sorry.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah. I'm so glad that I was brazen.
Yes, Wendy, I am too.
Wendy, can you tell our listeners where they can find more of you?
Well, I just updated my website. It's wendyliebman.com. It's LIEBMAN. And I basically have my entire life story on there.
Amazing. So wait, does your last name mean basically lover man?
Something like that.
I like that.
Yes. Lover man. One boyfriend once pointed out that it was lie, that the first 3 letters were lie. I don't know why he pointed that out.
It was right after he caught me with someone else. Yeah.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it, that your last name sounds like lie? Anyway, so wendyliebman.com.
Yes, and I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and MySpace.
Wow. Look, we're all going to be on MySpace soon after Elon Musk is done with Twitter.
Well, I've heard about Post. Is that
Mastodon? Oh, like Matador.
I'm not doing another one. I'm sorry.
No.
No.
Done.
It's almost like it came to like I'm not off of it yet because I still think I need to share myself that way. But
she's not off the sauce yet. Well, you can always switch over to TikTok. It's a very welcoming environment.
It is.
I thought that I might read or I have so many books, and my husband's always like, you're never going to read them. I think I'm going to do a TikTok thing, like just tell people about one a day.
Oh, book talk is huge. Go for it.
Totally.
Okay.
Lots of fun.
That's my idea.
Hey, we have lots of listeners in Hawaii, so y'all go to Wendy's show.
Yes.
And it's on
my website.
On the website. You get all the
yeah, wendyliebman.com.
Very good. All right. We'll let you go.
hugging the screen.
Yay!
Group
Group
hug.
hug.
Have a great day,
We'll see
Wendy.
And we'll talk.
Okay. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
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 Leslie, score for you. We have both of us each now brought a celebrity guest onto the show.
That's right. We are
And I
1-1.
And I was so
So fun.
self-satisfied. I thought that I was really going to have one up on you, but now it's like
I didn't know it was a competition.
it's
Am I
all
gonna,
it's that's life. That's
I'm going to
life.
have to go out and throw Kathy Griffin in a bag now in a burlap sack and get some chloroform. We'll just keep having to one up each other.
Oh, hi, Kathy. No, this is a podcast that you totally wanted
Yeah.
to be at.
Just take a whiff of this real quick.
Yeah.
And
Here you go. And we'll send you right back home and you won't remember
That's right.
anything that happened.
Nope.
But anyway,
that was great.
Wendy was incredible. I love her. What a fun gal. And I'm just I wish I had picked her brain a little bit more because I'm so curious about stand-up comedy. I really am.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a stand-up comedian. I don't have a tight 10.
You have a different skill set. You're more on the improv side of things.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like we were talking about. They're two different worlds that talk to each other, but they're different skill sets. And I think it does do some good to study the other side. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
I wish I had picked your brain a little bit more too. It was just so fun that we just had a great time chatting, and we forgot about all the technical stuff, but
Yeah,
it's a good
she's
excuse to have her back on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay. So, right, we're still on the show. It's wait, should we talk about shit?
We should talk about
shit.
Shit.
Oh
my God, your demons got out.
It's like a little Gollum voice there.
My precious shit.
Making shit. But yes, that is the segue for our segment. Keep making shit.
Keep making shit.
You better make it. So this week we have kind of a different shit talking, making kind of.
We're always talking shit, but it's going to be different.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah. Because we made our shit together this time.
We had to because we made a promise last episode.
Well, I made a promise and you were just kind of roped into it.
Yep. We dug ourselves a nice little hole. And
yes,
we delivered
did.
Though. We made it happen.
We delivered. We have a song. So yes, the shit that we made was we wrote an original Christmas song. And then I think, honestly, we went above and beyond because, well, here, can we share it with them? Should we do it?
Let's do it. Here you go, everyone.
It's
our Christmas song.
Time song.
Once there was this girl and her name was Leslie, and she had a podcast about being an artist, mommy. Then
don't say mommy.
She met this drag queen and her name was Candi.
Oh, this is sweet, Candi, but I'm not getting holidays yet. Let's see where you're going with this.
It's coming. Leslie and the drag queen. Next, they started their own show, and on episode 6,
it was 5, but
promised to make a Christmas track, and so
Candi.
Here it is for everybody listening. Our special Christmas track that we just made up for you.
You just steamrolled this
I'm
whole.
sharpening up my candy canes just for you. Baby Jesus. Christmas time, you know that I adore you. Santa Claus.
Candi, how is this a holiday song?
What?
We just talked about ourselves the whole time.
No! And listen, those are holiday bells.
Oh, what the hell?
An elf riot. Leslie and the drag queen. Christmas time song. Christmas time song.
Shank your ass. All right, let's give ourselves a round of applause, Candi, for that beautiful song we made.
Yes.
And video. I love the bit. That was so fun making that with you.
Yes, and we will be posting that to the socials so you can enjoy the full music video of Leslie and the Drag Queen Christmastime song.
And we will be waiting for our Tony nomination. Even though it's not on Broadway yet, they're going to make an exception.
Okay, great.
They totally are. Okay, Candi, someone wrote in and wants to tell us about some shit that they made. You ready for this?
I want to hear it. Yes.
All right. This is from Dave in Texas, and he says, I serve as the artistic director of Lakeside Community Theater in the Colony. That's in the Dallas area.
Yes.
And this weekend, we had our season showcase spectacular extravaganza eleganza. Woo!
Oh.
A big celebration, right? A big celebration of our season announcement. As artistic director, I serve as one of the hosts of this event, and I'm charged with writing up a script. That is not easy, that kind of thing.
No.
Now, I've been writing similar scripts for all of our showcases and awards shows, so it has become pretty easy for me. Ooh, I need some advice. That being said, my scripts certainly won't win any awards. They're silly, contain lots of ridiculous humor, inside jokes, and of course, dick jokes.
Oh, I mean, sounds like a good script to me. Yeah.
This sounds right up your alley, right? I guess my favorite I came up with was a takeoff on the infamous Will Smith, Chris Rock Oscar incident.
Oh.
I love your, right? That's the shit he made this week. I love your podcast, and I'm so thankful for you both as I get my steps in for the week out on the trail. Dave from Texas.
Dave. I
awesome?
love you, Dave. I know your name,
you.
Dave.
We just keep saying it. Dave. But Dave is making some shit, and we know that the rest of you are making some shit, and we want to hear about it. So write us at leslieandthedragqueen@gmail.com or on any of our socials and tell us all about it. Thanks for sending that in, Dave. That was awesome.
Love you, Dave.
All right. I want to share one more thing with you, Candi, because we got a review on Apple Podcasts.
Someone listened?
We got lots of people are listening. We got a lot of 5-star ratings, but now we got our first review. So this is what they said.
Okay.
The interplay between the hosts is a blast to listen to, and the topics they choose are a lot of fun. The show highly benefits from the free-form nature of the hosts' and guests' conversations, often leading to unexpected territory. I think that's what they mean by like delving off into dick jokes and stuff. But I like unexpected territory kind of classes it up a little bit.
I don't know. I feel like dick jokes are pretty expected territory for us.
That's true. The Laganja episode was what hooked me, and the brash, unapologetic nature of Candi is truly to be adored.
Oh,
I cannot recommend this enough. Cannot recommend enough. Oh, yay!
Wow.
Right.
When you said you were going to read a review, I thought maybe there was for sure going to be like some criticism in there, but no, that was like all just very praise oriented.
Love. Yes.
Just love.
Guys, if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And if you're enjoying the show, just subscribe so you don't miss it. Yeah. And give us a rating. And if you
subscribe, give us a high rating, but in the review, feel free to be as critical as you want, because like as long as we've got the rating, it really doesn't matter.
No, what are you saying? I do not want to read a bunch of mean reviews. No. But
No,
look, it
I
doesn't have
want
to.
people to be. I want to hone my skills. I want people to be honest. Candy, the rutabaga joke didn't really land. In
Constructive criticism,
in
absolutely, but
episode
not.
in episode 53 at 23 minutes, you're really you shouldn't have farted on the air because we could barely hear it.
You stated that the green warbled titmouse lives in Hawaii, and in
Oh,
fact, it lives in, I don't know. I was thinking of
Paraguay.
some right. But yeah, if you have time to just give us a quick review, just a few words. It doesn't have to be anything big. That really does help us build an audience. We're still,
Seriously.
in early days here, and we can use your help. So if you're enjoying it, just give us a little rating and
Say
review and
so.
subscribe.
Yeah. We need your support and we adore you. And just doing this makes me so happy. And I love that Dave is listening to us while he's getting his steps in. Oh,
I know I can relate. Totally relatable.
yeah, me too, except I don't get steps in.
What do you get in?
I get in shuffles. I get a lot of sitting, a lot of leg crossing.
Sharon Stone style,
Yeah, Sharon
crossing
Stone
uncross.
style. That's not easy to say. Just
Right.
cross,
Tongue twister.
uncross, cross, uncross. That's my workout. It's just
Works for me. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We truly do love having you here, and we're having such a ball, and we're glad that you're enjoying it along with us. So we will see you next time.
happy trails, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Bye. Enjoying the show? Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Help us spread the word by rating and reviewing the show. And tell a friend while you're at it. Got a story for the humiliation station or for our Keep Making Shit segment? Send it to us at leslieandthedragqueen@gmail.com or on any of our socials, and you could be featured on an upcoming episode. You can find Leslie and the Drag Queen on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.